I hope this doesn't count as too boring, but I've decided to abandon my railway room, which is what this room was. Railway project was far too big and I was never going to get it finished. And so I'm converting this room to a Wargames room, and the bedroom upstairs, which I used to use as a Wargames room, is now going to be used as a railway room. So what I've done is I've stripped out absolutely everything from the model railway. You can see some of the remaining stuff is still stacked here. The doors there are going to be changed for a proper door. Flooring's been done and now it's on hold until the decorator comes 13th of August, I think it is, or thereabouts, and he's going to repair all these damaged walls where the railway equipment was fixed and the board and so on. And when he's finished, then the joiner will arrive and he's going to build a board which is 10 by 6 and is going to extend to 12 in total. It's got a folding flap. This side of the room he's going to build me some shelving for storing the soldiers and other bits and pieces, and a work desk. It's going to mean a bit of a tight squeeze round the sides with only sort of 18 inches between the wall and the board, but I can't really go for a board less than 6 feet or 5 feet wide. Actually, it's going to be. I can't have it any bigger, otherwise you'd not get around the darn thing at all. But 5 feet should leave about 18 inches either side, as I say, and then we'll have potentially 12 feet in length. So we're looking at, fair sized board, certainly sufficient for my requirements. Anyway, I'm not going to bore you with any more because you're just looking at an empty room basically. But what I shall do is I'll do another video when things have progressed, in the hope that somebody out there may be interested in seeing what's going on. What I'm now going to do is just take you upstairs and show you the chaos that was my Wargames room. Okay, so we're now upstairs. This is my Wargames table, as was. It measures 8 feet when extended by 5 feet, and it does give a reasonable amount of clearance each side, which isn't going to be available downstairs, obviously because this room's wider than the one downstairs, which is a standard single garage size. Anyway, I've gone for an N-gauge railway, which is very much a work in progress. That's why there's all this junk all over everywhere. Painting projects have been pushed to one side, and I'm doing as much as I can, but I've got a load of junk up here which is basically model railway stuff, because I need to shift it from downstairs so that the decorator and joiner can do their thing. My cabinets have got plenty of stuff in them. These pigeonholes are overflowing with all sorts of stuff which shouldn't really be there and will be organised in due course. I'm trying to get some painting done. I'll show the American War of Independence, American Revolution artillery that I've done later on. I've done some American Civil War artillery as well, but I've also cheated because I'm not very productive, as I think I mentioned in previous videos. I'm a bit slow when it comes to painting, so what I've done is I've actually bought 4 brigades of American Civil War infantry from a friend of mine. These were professionally painted, so we've got basically 8 units in the top box here, 2 brigades, and 8 units in the lower box, along with some artillery. It's the best way from my point of view of getting the project kick-started. Otherwise I'm not going to get it done. I mean, I'm retiring shortly, and I'm going to be 65 next February, and I've still got projects that I started many years ago that I haven't finished. So I've done what they call rationalisation and I have sold loads of stuff from a model railway on eBay to be recycled into this new railway, and I've also sold loads of stuff from Wargames projects which I simply am not going to finish. I mean, I've got all that blue foam up there which is intended for building terrain boards. I haven't done it yet. All of those 15mm German vehicles and so forth which I've painted, can't remember when I last played a 15mm game with them. It's as Von Ketteringham said in his recent video, you know, you paint all these things and you spend a lot of time doing them and collecting them, and then they just seem to go into a box or in a display cabinet and you don't use the darn things. So I'm determined that I'm going to reduce the number of projects that I do, get rid of all the stuff that I know I'm never going to actually get to paint, and essentially just do stuff that I know I'm going to get to game with. Anyway, I'll not bore you with any more of this, but that's the current situation, and I'll do a video when I get time in a few days showing you the painting that I have actually done. I've done some artillery, as I said, for the AWI and for the American Civil War, so I'll show you those. You might be interested to see them. But thanks very much for watching and listening to my waffle, and hope your projects are going well, and speak to you again soon. Cheers for now. Bye.